Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the honors and the praises and glory belongs to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Mahavakar Kwadash. Name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahweh Shai, and who I reverence. And honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit, and to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the very few brothers and sisters listening and also learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days. It's going to be a quickie, right? Ponder herbs, right? Look, when we come into this truth, we're supposed to be all-rounders, all right? Prophets, teachers, and so forth. But it's full circle. The truth is full circle. We apply wisdom in every single situation. We apply wisdom. We apply understanding, right? And a part of wisdom and an understanding is what? A healthy diet. Looking after your flesh, right? Because nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody else is going to exercise for you. Nobody else is going to get on the treadmill for you. Nobody else is going to pick up them weights for you. Nobody else can force you to do that. So within this truth, we learn different things. Different trades, different things we do. Oh yeah, because we do work. Yeah, we do work. We don't just sit on our asses. But anyway, that's none of your business anyway. But the main thing is, let's go to Genesis 2. Baba Kashar. I don't want to go straight to... Go to Genesis 2. And... Well, Genesis 1. And jump straight to... 27. So the Most High created man in his own image, in his likeness, to be perfect. In the image of the Most High, it says God here, right? In the image of the Most High, right? Created he him, or the power should we say, God plural, there's many. Male and female, he created them, right? The Most High blessed them, and the Most High said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air and every living thing that moveth upon earth. And the Most High said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in which the fruit of the tree, yielding seed to you, it shall be for meat. So, right, it says, for every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of the earth, and really, your apples, your oranges, your grapes are supposed to have seeds, right? Today they give you what? Seedless fruit. It's supposed to have seeds in it. And every tree in which the fruit of the tree yieldeth seed, till it shall be for meat, because that is our meat. That's considered meat as well. Fruit, right? And to every beast of the earth, to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat, right? Meat. And so it was so. But the whole premise of this, the Rastafarians would see this and see the herb for healing, and the herb's for healing, but the herb ain't for smoking. Because as soon as you smoke marijuana, it turns into a toxin. Right? Now, marijuana, the purpose of it is for, what do you call it? What's when your joints are all out of sync? I forgot what, arthritis. Right? So marijuana is for arthritis, right? That's why they give it to dogs as well in certain places, right? But it's not for smoking, inhaling, getting high off. And you wonder why you're losing brain cells, right? So we went to that. I want to show you a bitter herb I got, right? Someone brought this from Yards. I'm not going to give out the name because none of your business, right? But a relative, right? And this is called Naim, right? It's no ganja, it's Naim. Right, from the Caribbean, right, straight from Ireland, right, so this is Naim, right, and we got some soursop leaf, right. I tried some of this yesterday. This is nice, and I could tell why they call it sour, because it smells sweet, right. I'm gonna have some, right. I got some in a little cup here, right? I'm gonna have some later and pour some in. And this is for what? High blood pressure. So if you got high blood pressure, take a bit of soursop and lower your sugar levels as well. Because the reason why you got high blood pressure is because you're digesting too much sugar, too much carbohydrates, and it's attacking your liver. It's blocking it. And that's why it's always important to exercise as well. All right? But we're going to go into this, Baba Kasha. This is Ecclesiastes 38. Honor a physician with honor due unto him for the uses which he may have of him. Physician, right? Physician would be your modern day doctors. Well, doctor just means falsify. Because your doctors today, they falsify rare potions, which they're witches, by the way. Your average doctor is a witch and a warlock that gives you these potions and has you coming back again, right? Which you get that word pharmakeia, right? Honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which you may have of him. For the Lord hath created him, for of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. So ultimately, our healing comes from Yahweh Shai. The skill of a physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration, because this individual knows what he's doing. The Lord Yahweh Shai have created medicines out of the earth. Out of the earth. Another thing as well. Hold on, have I got it on me? Where did I put it? Where did I put it? A few things. I got a few things. Check this out. Medicines out of the earth. Yes, even gemstones are medicines. All right. This is a carnelian stone. All right. So this is medicine. It's not to eat, by the way, but it could be for your neck, because gemstones have what? Healing properties. All right. These are both carnelian stones. All right. So they have healing property. That's what it says. And from the ground. All right. Check this out. Check this out. The Lord have created medicines out of the earth. What? Don't minerals come from the earth, right? Don't gemstones come out of the earth? Yeah, it's medicines. All right. Out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. And carnelian stone. It's good to wear this if you have backaches or any type of pain. Get yourself a carnelian stone. All right. And it's good for back pain, aches, and so forth. All right. And it says, Baba Kasha, and he that is wise will not abhor them. So, herbs out of the earth, na'im. Right. Some na'im and some soursop. Right. And it says, Baba Kasha, and was not the water made sweet with wood. So, again, there used to be gold in the rivers until the so-called white man came there and took it all out. Why was there gold in the river? Because it made the river sweet. And wood makes the river sweet as well. All right? We used to drink from the rivers. Now today you can't drink from river. You go to the River Thames and drink from it, you die. And that the virtue of might be known. And he have given men skill that he might be honoured in his marvellous works. With such doth he heal men. Right? And taketh away their pains. Of such doth the apothecary make a confection. Apothecary is someone that basically makes oils and different type of medicines and has a store. That's an apothecary, right? Stores medicines, a storage. And make a confection, which is a mixture. I've got a mixture as well. I make my own little herbs. Yeah, we do work. But again, that's none of your business. Right? We got our own little side hustles. But that's none of your business. And of his works there is no end. And from him is peace all over the earth. My son, in thy sickness, be not negligent. And this is more so spiritual. Be not negligent in your sickness, because a lot of the time we're sick because we're not doing what Yahweh Shai tells us to do. Put this word first. But pray unto the Lord and he will make thee whole. Prayer that will make you whole. And make sure you're doing the work of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai first. Right? Because everything is spiritual first. Spiritual sickness equates to physical sickness. Leave off from sin. Order thy hands aright. Cleanse thy heart from all wickedness. Done with that. Right? Is there anything else? Right? So that's it. And I want to go to Psalms. Then me shut off because I've got some more work to do. Right? And it's work I enjoy doing. Right? It's not something I'm forced to do, because people are in professions that they don't even enjoy. So why are you in a profession if you don't like doing what you're doing? Fuck out of here. Excuse me. Go to Psalms 104 and 14. He causeth the grass to grow for the cattle, because cattle, there's something called what fodder, right? They need to eat for grazing, and herb for the service of man. So the Rastafari ever say herb for the healing of man. It's for the healing, but it's not to smoke. See, the Rastafarians, they got everything else right, except from that. They eat good, but then they ruin it with the smoking. Herb for the service of man, that he may bring food forth out of the earth. Okay? And wine that maketh glad the heart. Yeah, wine is good. Has medicinal purposes. Red wine. Right? Actually fights off cancer. And glad the heart. When you're drinking wine, you feel more happy, right? And oil to make his face shine. Alright? And I got some oil here. Coconut oil. Alright? Some organic virgin cold pressed oil. I'll put this on my face as well. Right? And if you could eat a particular oil, then that means you can put it on your skin. Right? Because Esau will have you putting all these type of different creams up on your skin, and it doesn't help. Alright? So coconut oil you can use for your skin as well. Right? And you can cook with it. Right? So oil to make his face to shine. And there's different oils. There's all types of oils. There's carrot oil. You can make your own carrot oil. There's blackberry oil. There's grape oil. There's castor oil. There's so much different oils to make his face shine. Face be gleaming. And bread which strengthens man's heart, food. And the trees of the Lord Yahushua are full of sap. Sap, where you get rubber, and that sap you can digest it as well. So if you were to drill a hole through these trees, what would come out? Sap. Some sticky stuff. And the seeds of Lebanon which he hath planted, where the birds make their nests, as for the stork, the fir trees are her house. Right? So herbs is for us to digest and use. Right? So part of this truth is, yes, you go out onto the highways and byways, you teach this word, but also there needs to be a change. So that also what? Means diet as well. You change your diet. All right? And now some of you may ask, well, what do you eat? Well, you may have a beef burger, all right, once a week, and you may switch it up, right? Just once a week. Then for the rest of the week, you might have some pita bread, which is more easy on your system. And with pita bread, you can put in whatever you need to put in, right? You could put vegetables in pita bread, beef, right? Right? Jam. Is jam's good for you? Right? All them things there. Right? But that's for you to know, because every brother's different with their weight. Some brothers, they fluctuate in weight, they gain weight easier. But it's according to your measure. All right? And the scriptures do go into this. I forgot where it is in Corinthians. Paul was saying, if any man defileth his temple, with the Lord Yahushua would destroy. Paraphrasing. So our temple is our mind. And you have more clarity when you're eating less. Your mind's more focused. When you eat a loads, your mind becomes blocked. You can't really think, right? And you don't really have your wits about you. So all these things count. And there's more scriptures on this, but I don't know if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. If I can't find it, I'll shut off. See if I can find it. And basically, this is the Apocrypha, by the way. It's a part of the Bible, right? Which they took it out because it exposes the wicked. See if I can find it. Where was it? In Ecclesiastes. Right. Concerning a well-balanced diet. I know it's somewhere in Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 31. Right? And 16. Eat as it becometh a man those things which are set before thee, and devour not lest thou be hated. And that also goes when you're sitting at a table as well. Because people are watching you. People are watching you, even if you don't believe they are. They're watching you, how you conduct yourself when you're at the table. Are you greedy? Here it is, you being in niggerism, stretching over. Instead of saying, would you pass me that cup, please? And they're seeing how much you're taking and you're devouring. Lest you be hated. Right? Yeah, look at this nigger stuffing his face. Leave off first for manners' sake, and be not unsatiable lest thine offend. It says leave off first for manners' sake. No, go on. You want to eat something, I'll wait until you finish. Right? It's called having decorum. Manners. You ain't got no class. and being not unsatiable. So just a little side joke. And being not unsatiable lest thou offend. Right? That massive appetite. And it happens to all of us. Let's be real. Right? When thou sittest among many, reach not thy hand out first of all. A very little sufficient is for a man well nurtured, disciplined, very little sufficient. I done that yesterday because you know what? I'm not going to lie. Sometimes it's struggle. Sometimes you want to eat. Sometimes they call it comfort eating. Right? Sometimes we do that. But yesterday I thought, you know what? Let me just have a short meal. Short lunch. Put the rest away. Because the food ain't going anywhere. You can always come back for seconds. And he that fetcheth not his wind, and he fetcheth not his wind, short upon his bed. Because you're eating less. The less you eat, you're not going to have gas problems. A lot of people have gas problems because they eat too much. And he fetcheth not wind upon his short upon his bed. You're not popping up the place. Right? Verse 20, sound sleep cometh of moderate eating. Sound sleep. So you get a better sleep also. Because you're eating moderately. He riseth early in the morning. And his wits are with him. You got your wits. Your senses. Right? But have you noticed when you're eating a lot, the next day you feel lethargic. Bad temper. Because there's something called, what's it? Melancholy. Look up the word melancholy. Melancholy is when you're eating too much and it causes irritation and anger. So food has an effect on us. Right? Melancholy. Look up that word. But the pain of watching and qualla is disease, by the way. When you're having a doo-doo, it shouldn't be coming out yellow. If it's, excuse me, but but if it's coming out yellow, that's not good. Right? Your doo-doo shouldn't be coming out yellow. Right? And pangs of the belly, clola is disease, basically your pancreas. Right? And pangs of the belly, pains. You're eating too much. You're like, right? Because your stomach can only digest so much. Or with an unsatiable man. If thou hast been forced to eat, arise, go forth, vomit, throw up, and thou shalt have rest. Right? My son, hear me and despise me not. At least I shall find it as I have told thee. In all thy works be quick, so shall there no sick. Oh, that's powerful. Hey, let's read it again. In all thy works be quick. Be quick. Wasn't I saying that? Sickness comes, the sickness comes by not doing the work. Right? And how do we know that? Because when you go to Revelations 2, I think it's 2 and 9, Yahweh mentioned, or rather you are hot or cold. Right? Not lukewarm, because when you're lukewarm, you're fluctuating between hot and cold. You're having, you know when you're fluctuating, right? You're sweating, then 1 minute you're cold. And as I told you, you know that works. Be quick, be straight to the point. Do this work. This comes first. So shall no sickness come unto thee. Whoso is liberal of his meat, men shall speak well of him. So also be liberal as well. There's something called hospitality. So if someone comes over, right, make sure they're looked after. Do you need this? Do you want to drink? Do you want this? Can I cook for you? Right? And the report, right? So like, whoso is liberal of his meat, generous, men shall speak well of him. And the report of his good housekeeping will be believed. Yeah, bro, we were treated like kings there. He looked after us. But against him that is a niggard. That word for niggard is stingy. A miser. Right? Of his meat, the whole city shall murmur. Yeah, the boy is stingy. Right? The boy is stingy with his food and water. And the whole city shall murmur. And the testimony of his niggardness shall not be doubted of. Right? A nigger, bro, you don't want to be a nigger. Right? I'm allergic to niggers. I'm allergic to niggers. Right? So lucky, we were once niggas, but that's just a side joke. You know what? You got to try the spirits by the spirits. Show not valiantness in thy wine, for wine have destroyed many. So also when it comes to drinking wine, be not valiant. All right, you may have just got into the gym, may have been playing some rugby, now you're drinking some wine, now you're puffing out your chest like you're Mr. Big Bollocks. For wine have destroyed many. I've seen this. People drink and they can't handle their drink. The furnace proveth the edge by the dipping, so wine had the hearts of the proud up by drunkenness. And you notice as well, a lot of people get Mr. Macho Man when they start to drink. Right? Wine is good as life to a man, if it be drunken moderately in balance. Right? There's certain brothers that can drink a whole bottle of wine and they can still operate. There's some brothers that can only drink half a bottle of wine, right? And they don't know how to act. What life is then to a man that is without wine? For it was made to make men glad. Wine measurably drunk in season bringeth gladness of heart, so it cheers you up, and cheerfulness of mind. See, that's a spirit. But wine drunken with excess maketh bitterness of mind. You see it. And why is it always after club? It's always after the club, right? Or after the party that you start to see fights break out, right? But wine drunken with excess maketh bitterness of mind. Or on Christmas. You know how much arguments happen at Christmas, right? With brawling and quarreling. So you drink too much, you're going to be what? Bitterness, brawling and quarreling. Drunkenness increaseth the rage of a fool, till he offend, till he says something he shouldn't be saying, or does something he shouldn't be doing. It diminishes strength. No, it doesn't make you stronger. It diminishes your strength and maketh wounds. Right? Rebuke not thy neighbor at the wine, and despise him not in his mirth. So you may be a brother that you're not a drinker, but another brother's drinking. Well, you can't really rebuke him, can you, if he's doing the right thing? Give him no despiteful words, and press not upon him, urging him to drink, and vice versa. Now you have a brother that don't like to drink. You can't be saying, well, why aren't you drinking? You're boring, and you can't do that because the brother doesn't want to drink. That's why, right? So vice versa, right? But with this, hold on just a minute. I have something in Proverbs. Excuse me just a minute. Bear me just a minute, Baba Kashar. Nah, I can't find it. It was something concerning it was a wise parable in Proverbs. See if I can find it, Baba Kashar. The book of, I think it's called Lemuel. It was Lemuel's mother. This ain't it, but this is still on point. Let me shut off on this. Wine is a mocker. Wine is a mocker. Strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived by there is not wise. Right, so you can drink wine, but it can be a mocker if you don't know what you're doing. So balance in everything. The main premise is balance in everything. That's not what even I was looking for. But Lord willing, Baba Kashar, this was edifying, and I just thought I'd bring this out. Oh, here it is. Proverbs 31. The words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. So we always say, not all women are wicked. Not all women are wicked. Because this was King Lemuel's mother taught him. What, my son? What the son of my womb? And what the son of my vows? Give not thy strength unto women. And this is the woman saying this herself. You don't put all your heart into a woman. You don't put all your strength into a woman. Nor the ways that which destroyeth kings. Because many kings have been destroyed by what? Women. Right? Is it not for kings, O Lemuel? Is it not for kings? So like it is not for kings, O Lemuel, is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink, because it could mess up your judgment. Lest they drink and forget the law, and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish. So a lot of people drink when they're in really a bad state, where they're ready to perish, ready to die, and wine unto those that be of heavy hearts, those that are sorrowful. Have you ever noticed why a lot of people that are homeless or whatever, they always got an alcohol beverage in their hand? Because it helps them get through the day. All right? Let him drink and forget his poverty, and remember his misery no more. So it does help certain people. All right? So with this, I really hope this was edifying. I hope I didn't go way off topic, but I hope this was edifying. And until the next time, Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.